Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the final round coverage of the 2019 Elite Brothers Open. So far, we got Dillon Vallance leading the pack at 10 under par. Eric Coca falling a couple strokes back after being tied for the lead starting the round. He is at 7 under par. And then we got Shawn Sullivan and Tyler Liebman at 5 and Cody Buckelew at 4.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can see Eric make some moves and make this a little bit interesting.
Yeah, he had a really good first 6 holes, and then he kind of fell apart towards the end of that front 10. So yeah, let's hope he bounces back here.
Yep. Hole 11, this is a par 3, 372 feet. The cart path here plays OB, so you can't...
it's just super sketch going up the middle.
Yeah. I mean, it's just risky.
Yeah.
Most of these guys are going to be playing the wide hyzer, maybe playing a skip even.
Yeah, and Dillon's doing just that. Trying to get a nice skip off that green, and he does.
He's gone pretty well deep and is going to have a long putt for his 2, but that's still a look and an easy 3.
Looks like he's following suit right after Dillon.
Yeah, right there next to Dillon behind those trees.
And, I mean, this hole it's a bonus birdie, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's hard to swing it all the way left like that.
There's a lot of trees, and you have to skip it at the right spot, so it's super touchy as well.
Yeah, and
in
Shawn
regards
just
to that,
played that a little bit too wide and didn't quite get the swing.
Yeah. Eric, he likes to play the straighter play, but catches a tree and it's going to be on that right side, and he'll have a pretty easy 3 from there. Tyler just laying up. That'll work.
Yeah, this hole kind of forces you to just throw it right at that green, that OB green, which is kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Oh, and Shawn giving it a little half go. Drops right in front of the basket.
Yeah, and that little limb right there in his way kind of forced him to take the safe route.
Yeah. And Dillon with a good little half go there. He'll be tapping in for par.
It's funny, like, right when I got back to work after this tournament,
yeah,
I go up like a bunch of flight of stairs throughout the day, and
yeah.
it was so much easier than it was before after climbing these mountains.
You got so much more oxygen.
Yeah, just from like 3 days out there.
Yeah.
I can still like tell a pretty significant difference.
Oh, yeah. Dillon tapping in for par. We got Shawn tapping in for bogey, unfortunately. And with that, we are on to hole 12. This is a par 4, 635 feet. One of my favorite tee shots on the course because you can see the snow-capped mountains in the back there. Just awesome sight.
Oh, yeah.
Most of these guys are going to be playing this right side. Just throw a hyzer out there. Try and bite off as much distance as you can. And then, once again, the tricky part of this hole is going to be the upshot because the basket is on a mound here with the OB playing on that right side. Only 30 feet right. So you want to give yourself as good of a position as you can off the tee. The left side is a little bit more preferred, I'd say.
Yeah, and that upshot, it really is just about speed control. Throughout the tournament, we've seen a lot of people just blow right past it and leave themselves a really ugly comeback putt.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Cody's needing to come back in bounds, and he does. He's going to be on that right side. A little bit trickier of an upshot, but very doable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Tyler crushed this whole last round. He's crushing it again. That is the perfect spot to be in.
Yeah, that's money.
It's about as good as you can possibly do without being, Eagle, Simon, or Paul.
Yeah, exactly. Shawn throwing something nice and stable, keeping it in bounds, and he'll be in a decent position there. Eric, looks like he shorted his drive a little bit.
Yeah, the only way he's getting to the basket from there is just like the perfect shape shot.
Yeah, exactly. He's just laying up and playing for par there.
Yeah. Oh no, that needs to hit something.
And yeah, he's turned that over too much, and that's going to be out of bounds behind that guardian tree there.
Oh my God, no.
Oh. And that was just a little bit of a shank job from Dillon there.
He needs to put this real close to make up for that.
And that's still not as close as he'd want to be. It's going to be about 25, 30 feet from there. But Tyler with a nice upshot.
That looks a little bit sawed off.
And that needs to sit down. And I'm not sure if it did. We will see. Eric leaving it a little bit too low, and he's going to have a long putt to save his par.
Yeah, and here's Shawn from that OB.
Just clipping that branch there. This is Eric for par.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He needed that too.
Oh, definitely. And that kind of puts the pressure on Dillon with his putt. He's about 25, 30 out, like I said, and hopefully he can convert from there. Shawn just laying up. Kind of a surprising layup there because he was like on the side of the OB, and there was really no danger in running that putt aside from a bad rollaway. And Cody saves par. Here is Tyler for par, or for birdie.
There it is, moving him to 6 down, creeping up on Eric. Yeah, in this hole, it seems like it should be really easy. I mean, it's really just a hyzer off the tee. If you have a forehand, then it's like a 220-foot forehand.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we've seen a lot of kind of shank jobs for the upshots.
Yeah.
I don't really know why that is, but I don't know.
I think it just gets in your head because you got to keep it low. You can't throw it too high, or else it'll hyzer out OB. So
I guess so.
I mean, just gets in your head. Hole 13. This is 280 feet, par 3, super easy. Most of these guys are just going to be playing this right side gap. Keep it nice and low and play that skip.
Yeah, I was going to say that you just absolutely have to keep it low.
Yeah.
And we saw Jonathan last round just splashing the chains.
Yeah,
Man,
chained out.
I can't believe that didn't go in.
Yeah, it was just a little bit too high. But Cody with a nice shot there. Should be able to convert for 2 there.
And Eric's just going way deep by about 40 feet.
Yeah, and that's most likely going to be a layup just to take a 3.
Dillon putting out a nice drive.
Yeah, it looks like he just caught that guardian tree, but still a makeable putt from there.
There it is. There's that CTP.
Shawn will be reaching in for the birdie.
Oh, no.
And that's...
It looks like he had some awkward footing there, and he kind of fell into that.
Yeah, just pulled it a little bit. This is going to be for 3.
Off the band.
Just a little bit too high. And he's going to be tapping in for 4. And this might be a 2-stroke swing. Cody's good for birdie. That'll move him to 5 under par. This is Dillon for birdie. And yeah, Eric's going to be losing 2 strokes to Dillon on this hole. That moves Dillon back to 10 under par. Eric's going to be moving down to 7 under. And a par from Tyler there. Shawn with a little tap-in birdie. That'll move him to 3 under par.
Yeah, and Eric's not happy about this, missing this hole.
Yeah. Tapping in the bogey, and that'll move him to 6, actually. So he's now 4 strokes back of the lead. Hole 14, this is a par 3, 220 feet. The gap is going to be this tiny little gap on the right side here. Most of these guys are going to be throwing a overstaple fairway to mid-range, maybe even putter. You just want to get the right angle on it, take a nice skip, and you'll have an inside the circle putt.
Yeah, you said perfect. Just keep it low and play that skip. And Cody went a little bit deep, but that's actually a good miss. Missing deep here is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's just getting caught up in these early trees and kicking left or right where you can be in some big problems.
Yeah. Dillon got a little bit fortunate there. Got a nice tree kick, and it's going to be about circle's edge from the back there. Shawn with a nice little scoot up. And that was looking really nice, just a little bit too high. There's a lot of little branches right there in the gap that kind of hang over.
And you can't really see them either.
Line.
Yeah.
And just got to make sure to keep it low. But Eric with the best of the bunch, and he'll be tapping in for 2.
Yeah, it's a good way to bounce back after that really unfortunate bogey on one of the easier holes out here.
Yeah.
Tyler's going to go ahead and tap in for his par. Here's Cody for 2.
Just a little bit too high. This is Dillon for 2.
Oh,
and he pulled that a little bit right.
Yeah, I love how quick his putt is. He gets up there, he doesn't even think, he just shoves it in. Yeah. And
Dillon with a little bit longer of a comebacker than he wanted for his 3.
It's not the comeback you want on this basket. I mean, we've seen a lot of spit outs on this basket in particular.
Yeah. But he makes good for the par. We got Eric from real close to make up one of the strokes that he lost last hole. And yeah.
Sneaks it in there.
And he's going to move to 7 under par. Cody tapping in for par there. That'll keep him at 5 under. And hole 15, this is a par 3, 336 feet. As you can see, there's a pretty tight gap right off the tee. Most of these guys are going to be throwing a fairway driver with a little bit of turn. There is the green that plays OB on the right side, so you could see some players opt for the forehand just to take that out of play.
Yeah, I think this is one of the more trickier drives out here. Because you got to keep it really accurate off the tee, and then you got to really just throw it as straight as possible, which is obviously not easy to do.
Yeah, especially with all the limbs right in your way.
Yeah, so we see a lot of discs kind of bail out on this left side, a little bit short.
Yeah. That left side's a little bit more ideal because if you end up on that right side, there's a couple big trees on the right side of the basket that will just kind of be in your way on your putt. On that left side, you do have those trees there as a backboard, however.
Yeah.
Which is why that is preferred.
And this is looking really nice. If we can get over that OB. And yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Left with about 50 feet.
Dillon,
this wind is just
brutal.
Not behaving.
Turn it over, but it stays safe.
It
and
does.
He'll have a pretty easy upshot from there.
Yeah, I was talking to him as he was walking up to that shot, and he was just shaking his head like he couldn't believe that wind just completely ruined the flat of that disc.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tyler's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, about 40. Maybe even more than that.
Yeah. Cody with a nice upshot. And he took that from back there, so he actually ended up OB on the green.
That was OB?
It was OB
All right.
on the green. So he'll be tapping in for the 4.
And he's just slow.
Oh! That actually hit cage from the backboard.
I had zero idea that happened.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Eric just leaving a little bit too low there. He'll be tapping in for 3 from there.
Here's Tyler for 2. Trying to ride that wind, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, the headwind was super brutal on this hole, which is really weird because there's so many trees.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the more brutal wind holes of the day. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there were just certain holes out here that were significantly more windy than other holes.
Yeah, I think it was because this one's a little bit more on the top of a hill. It's more exposed. Even though there's more trees, it's just going to be there, you know. And this is going to be Cody tapping in for the unfortunate bogey after the OB stroke. Yeah, and here we got Eric, unable to make the comebacker for the par. Just left it a little bit on the amp side. He is tapping in for bogey to move him back to 6 under par.
Tied him up with Tyler.
Yeah, and he is now 4 strokes back at the lead. Him and Tyler both. Hole 16, this is a par 3, 387 feet. There is a little bit of a tight gap, not too tight though. This cart path does play OB all along the left side. Most of these guys are going to be throwing a forehand, maybe take a skip off the path. You're really just riding the cart path the entire way, honestly.
Yeah, and the good thing is you can, have that bailout skip on the right, which is completely, safe opposed to that left side.
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
Backhand can get a little bit risky.
Shawn,
look at this roll.
Dude, this wind took this disc. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it doesn't, you can't really tell if the wind's blowing right here, but it was
Dude, how is it still standing up? That was crazy.
Yeah, it literally stood up and there was a tailwind here and it just blew it all the way to the basket. Dillon with a really nice shot there. He's going to be about circle's edge.
This is looking pretty nice as well. Whoa.
Got a weird wind bounce, but it's still going to be in a makeable putt range.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
please come
scary.
back in. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it ends up being...
Oh.
What?
It took a weird counter skip.
That is an
after
understatement.
The initial skip, and then ended up OB. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was some weird ground action.
Like, I took physics class in high school, and I feel like that shouldn't have happened.
Right.
From being in that class.
It's not lining up with the science, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Not at all.
Some witchcraft is
It's
occurring
brewing.
over here. Yeah.
It's brewing. Here is Dillon.
There it is.
He's good for the 2, and that'll move him to 11 under par, and he's now got 5 strokes on Tyler and Eric.
Yeah, the rest of these guys are really just playing for second place at this point.
Yeah. And that's going into the last 5 holes, too. So 5 strokes in 5 holes. You basically just have to par out, and you have the win.
Par out and expect your opponents to play lights out, which, it's possible, but it's not the trend right now.
No. That's going to keep Tyler at 6 under. We got Cody tapping in for par. Hole 17, this is a par 3, 342 feet. There are these trees on the left side. Most of these guys are going to be throwing the wide hyzer around the right side. You can take this, or you can play for the skip, but most of these guys are just going to be going for the spike.
Yeah, I like the spike, so you don't have to have too much ground action. You can just kind of stick it. Oh! Dude, what is going on
in
this part of the course?
Hit the cage.
Look at that.
Wow. The wind,
lifted it up after the...
So crazy.
Yeah.
Because he threw it pretty low.
Right.
And I think there was a right to left wind, if I remember here, and it just blew it straight towards the basket.
God,
that was going to be 60 short, but then, yeah.
That was going to be...
Turned into an ace run.
That was going to be one of the sickest aces.
Yeah. Eric, this is looking nice. Oh my goodness.
Dude, okay.
He got a massive wind push there, and he is now 60 to 70 feet deep.
And I think that was going to be in the circle.
Right?
If it was just
it looked
normal
like it was
wind.
Gonna spike right down in there.
Did he go into that bush? Or did he get around it? Okay, he went around it. Okay.
Yeah. And he's going to be tapping in for 3 there. Eric going with that signature long distance forehand putt. He prefers the forehand to jump putting.
I know.
It's kind of funny.
I forgot to mention this.
Maybe I should try that.
Yeah, well. I forgot to mention this last round, but Eric is using a brand new putter just all of a sudden.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
He forgot all his putters at home.
Exactly.
And
it was his wife's putter. A buddy, maybe?
I think he got it from somebody, but it's a Warden, which he doesn't even use. I mean, it worked for him last round.
He just totally winged it.
Yeah.
Got to respect that.
Oh, yeah.
Showing out with a mystery putter.
Hole 18, this is a par 3, 377 feet. As you can see, you have the cart path on the left side that plays OB, and that kind of winds all the way around the basket, so there is OB long as well. There is this green on the right side that plays OB too, so most of these guys are going to be throwing a high spike hyzer. You really just have to be careful of sawing it off and going OB. That's really the only danger here.
Yeah, and after seeing those wind lifts from the previous hole, I'd be a little bit worried here to throw it up high.
Right. And
okay.
Oh, Dillon barely stays in bounds there.
That's the second time he's been flirting with that green.
He's going to have a long downhill putt for his 2.
That needs to
Shawn's
swing.
putting this one nice and high.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he's going to be a little bit deep, but he'll have a look for his 2. It's Tyler putting one out on a similar line. And that'll be fine. Long putt, but still a look, and stays in bounds. And Eric is definitely OB there.
Yeah, he's
just kind of sawed that one off.
He's having a tough home stretch here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was going for that straight gap or what.
I can't imagine.
I mean, he released it towards that straight gap. Maybe he just put too much hyzer on it. Oh, did he hit that tree?
Yeah.
He did hit that tree.
Yeah.
So he was safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, he only advanced about, 100 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah. He's got an easy tap in for his 3, though. And Tyler
doesn't even know where to aim at this point because
yeah, the wind was howling on this hole. He had a tailwind and just threw it too low, and that wind just dropped it straight out of the air. Here is Cody for his 2, just a little bit too low.
Yeah, and this is where Dillon's putting style comes in handy.
Yeah, just shoving it straight in the basket.
He has the advantage.
Massive amounts of spin on it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there we have Eric missing the putt for
his par.
He's going to be tapping in bogey.
Dropping down to 5, giving the second place lead to Tyler.
Yeah. Dillon tapping in the par. And Shawn tapping in the par as well.
Yeah, Shawn's just playing par golf today.
Right.
He hasn't really had that many big mistakes. He's just bland pars.
Yep. Eric not too happy about the 4 there. Hole 19, this is a par 4, 663 feet. This one is, you're really just throwing a bomb straight into this hill. You want to get as far up this hill as possible. Ideally, you want to see the basket on your second shot because this second shot is a little bit tricky. The basket's further back than you would think.
A little deceiving, yeah.
Yeah. So, the more the basket you see, the better.
At first, I thought you were going to say you just got to throw it right into the deer.
Right.
There's
you can do that.
There's like 10 deer right where you want to land the disc.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. And Shawn's going to be OB there.
That's OB,
He's gonna
yeah.
have to take it way back.
What a strange spot to be OB.
Yeah. That wind just literally dropped it. He threw it a little bit too low, but still some weird action.
Yeah. Mountain golf.
Mountain golf.
Speaking of, the weather out here for this final round was, except for the wind, it was amazing outside.
Yeah, it was perfect.
The weather
like
app
75 and sunny.
The weather app showed it to be like 20 degrees colder than the previous day, but that was not the case.
No, definitely not.
I know that because I wore a hoodie the whole time and I was sweating. And Eric's throwing it pretty low too.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty well short of where he wanted to be for sure.
And Shawn's just
trying to pump one out there.
That's all he can do.
And And yeah, he's going to be on that left side. That's not an ideal position, especially for a second shot.
It's going to end up on the left side.
Cody.
Really in a prime spot.
Yeah, ideal, and he's going to be tapping in for the birdie there. This is Shawn.
Wow.
Wow, putting it real close.
Yeah, that was a really good
kind
recovery
of a shank
shot.
job of second shot, so he'll be able to save par from there. Oh,
2 really nice up shots.
and that's really nice as well, yeah. This is Dillon from that left side. Not feeling the pressure too hard here.
Yeah, he plays that pretty wide.
Yeah, that's going to be well wide.
It's one of my favorite views out here.
Dillon just laying up, not taking any chances with that 5-stroke lead. Oh,
Yeah, and right whenever Tyler gets the height correctly, it's just a little bit on the amp side.
Exactly.
It's got to be frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah, and Cody played that about as good as you can possibly play it.
Oh, yeah. That's going to move him to 5 under par. And he's now for the running for second place going into these last 2 holes if he can make a couple birdies here.
Yeah, he can thank Eric for that. Kind of really having a blow up second half of this round.
Yeah. Really unfortunate to see. Alright, hole 20. This is a par 3, 411 feet, and this one carries way downhill. There are lots of trees in the way as well. Most of these guys are going to be playing the forehand hyzer around the left side because the cart path is not OP this time, so you can really land wherever. Ideally, you want to be at the bottom of that hill to give yourself a look for your 2.
Yeah, there is a middle gap. It's like the shortest way to get there, but yeah. Oh well,
And
you can see that's why you don't take that.
Yeah, and that's the risk of taking.
There's
that
just so many
middle gap
trees
there.
spread out throughout the fairway.
And Dillon, it's looking pretty low from him.
He got a pretty good skip though for
Yeah,
out here at least.
Got a nice skip, and he's gonna have an easy 3 there, which is really what he wants.
Tyler's just trying to get it out in the middle of the fairway. It's gonna be on the left side a little bit.
Yeah.
And I actually like this play a lot. The flex up the middle.
Yeah. You can kind of face your target, throw it nice and low and hard, grab something overstable, just trust the disc.
Yeah.
And Shawn looks like he might have caught some shrubbery.
Yeah, he might be in some trouble here because he's got like 4 trees right in his way.
Yeah. And Cody catching a little bit of branch there, but he's going to be at the bottom of the hill. And he'll most likely be laying up for the bogey.
Eric with the nice up shot.
Yep.
Puts him about 20, 25 out.
Yep. A little bit longer than you would want, but still a makeable putt. And Shawn with a little bit of a shank job there. He's going to have a pretty long putt to save bogey.
Do it!
Or to save par, actually.
Save par, yeah.
Shawn, yeah. Dillon will be able to tap in the 3 there.
Yeah, there's a good
Oh,
putt.
yeah. From the knee.
Saving
Did
par.
he throw it over that branch or under it? I don't know.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
One of those. It went in. That's
Wasn't-
all I know.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to the branch. I didn't really see the branch.
Yeah. I mean, he was forced to take a knee because of that
Right,
branch,
that's
so.
true.
And Tyler with a nice par there. This is Eric tapping in for the unfortunate bogey.
Man, it's crazy to
Him
see
to 4
how
under par.
how Eric's 4 and Dillon's 12. It's just like they start off tied.
Tied, yeah. At 5 under par.
Just completely different rounds.
Yeah. All right, hole 21, the last hole of the tournament. This is a par 3, 385 feet. Most of these guys are going to be throwing a forehand around the left side. You kind of want to throw it a little bit higher so that way it hits this hill at more of a spike hyzer angle, so that way it can just stick into the ground. That green on that left side plays OB as well. The cart path is not, however.
Thank God.
Dillon's going to be safe there, most likely just laying up. He's not trying to risk any hole 21 rollaways like we've seen.
Oh, God. We've seen some horrible luck on this hole.
Yeah. Here is Shawn.
Yeah, just too much ante on this.
Yep, too much turn. And that's going to be kind of pinched off on that right side. That's not going to be a fun upshot to save his par.
Yeah, a lot of his flex shots this tournament have been kind of fading out a little bit too early, so I think I was trying to overcorrect there, and it just kept turning.
Yeah, and Cody just barely catches that cut angle at the end of that skip there, and is going to be out of bounds on the green.
Stay. Okay, I think that stayed.
I believe it stayed, yeah. Oh, no. I think that sat on the side of the hill.
You putt and then you cross your fingers immediately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Cody was kind of hoping for a better run there. Just left it right. Yeah, like I said, Dillon laying up. No use in running that putt.
No, it's a good run. Just hitting cage.
Yeah, and Eric just a little bit too low. He'll be tapping in for 3. Cody for the birdie, and for the bogey. That'll move him to 3 under par. Shawn with a bogey as well, and then we have our 2019 Elite Brothers Open champion, Dillon Vallance.
Yeah, super happy for him. He said winning this tournament was on his bucket list, and he can mark that off. Just playing really solid golf all weekend.
Yeah, accomplishing those goals, just awesome to see, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Once again, congrats to Dillon Vallance. He finished the tournament at 12 under par. Tyler Liebman taking second place at 6 under. Eric Coca, not the best last round. He is taken outright third at 4 under par, and then we got Cody Buckelew in 4th, sitting at 3 under par. Big shout out to Jason Weldon
Absolutely.
for having us out here, and it was just a pleasure to be out here to film. Such a beautiful course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we look forward to the next one.
Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys for the Ponca City Open.